Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
Just take note, Tom. Check out the reach. Check it out.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan Garcia. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Take the phone off the hook. This is all I wanted to see right now, right in front of me.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. The jab not finding its target. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
They blocked the left there. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe this? You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Beautiful left hook. Nice defense on that jab. Perfect counter shot. Talk about Garcia in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. On to the second round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Blocks that jab. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than have to.
Just missed that jab. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. About Garcia in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They block that jab. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Trying to land that jab. That jab misses. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Uppercut misses. And he just missed with that left jab. Good counter punch. A swing and a miss with the left hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Just keep him on the introduction and then just start out in your face, win this round back. That's it. And just stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
The fight's not over yet. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Swing and a miss with that hook. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him up.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Scary, bro.
They've got some momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominant.
He's scary, though.
This is the beginning of round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Good defense there to stop that hook. That right hook won't score. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. He can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He missed with that jab. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. Nice counter punch right up the middle. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. I promise you. Here comes round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Caution being thrown to the wind. You can't score with that uppercut. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Power, that power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
And that hook misses. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
Round 8, and we're off again. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Well done with that counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now they're going to fight.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Crawford got hit hard, and down he goes. Oh, my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You all right?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Crawford is dazed. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Watch it again.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a snap.
Yeah, baby. Yes, baby. I don't know, baby. I didn't even see it. Somebody I never played with before, playing Crawford. I don't know how to play with Chinese, so I never played with. He ain't on here.
What the hell?
He probably got a contract with him, baby. You know?
I just thought it'd be like, you know, basketball, they put all the players.
Yeah.
So who's the Michael Jordan of